What is law? Baby, don't contradict me. Hey Joe, how's it going? Just to check, is my mic working okay? I've just fiddled about with the output just to reduce the background noise a bit. Hey Nullis, how's it going? Does the mic sound okay to you? Oh, fair enough. I lowered the input volume a bit to drown out the sound. I mean, stuff like my computer fan and everything, so yeah, just have to live with that, I think. Or keep fiddling. Actually, hold on, I'll just turn it up a touch more. How's that? Okay, how's that? Okay, perfect. And that should cut down on the Oh, anyway, let's get this started. Yep. Eating pizza. Always good on a Friday. And I'm doing okay. I've had my last shift at work before I... well, I'm basically off... I'm using up the remainder of my holiday. So I'm off until I've got surgery. At which point I'm going to be on medical leave. I've been down to the GP and I've had my blood confiscated. And had my MRSA swabs. There's an old song which is "Make me want to shout." It has a little bit that goes a little bit louder now, a little bit louder now, and does that and gets softer and stuff. It's a whole thing. Fair enough. Hey Pony, how's it going? Oh yeah, "Make Me Wanna Shout's the origin of the TV trope about shouting as a superpower. Oh, hey Amanda. Oh yeah, sorry you didn't get your sorry you didn't get that new job. Yep, medical leave is always good. And yep, the vampires have indeed struck and confiscated my blood. The jerks. Okay, so can everyone hear for me okay? I mean, can everyone hear me over the game okay? Excellent. Hey Adriana, how's it going? Well, I don't think visitors are going to be allowed at the hospital because of COVID, but I appreciate... I'm wearing a jacket and a shirt underneath, so nothing particularly, cosplay-ish. Anyways, what was I doing? Alright, yeah, by phone telecommunications. I forgot we live in the future. You know what? I've actually completely forgotten what I was doing last week. Okay, she has nothing to say about that. Did you miss anything or... Alright, I've got my gender confirmation surgery in March. It was going to be in January until the stuff happened. Also, sorry about my voice today. I've been up since quite early, so sleepy. You didn't... Oh, hey, Op, how's it going? Joe, sometimes you see someone wearing a blue suit with a pink tie, and you're like, OMG, Ace Attorney cosplay. Oh, still healing from yours, Adriana? Yeah, it takes a few months, doesn't it? I think by default I'm getting 12 weeks off work, so that'll be nice. Although I don't know when I'll be in a condition to stream, so... Okay. Ugh, God, I hate Meekins so much. Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? No less. Oh no, not Officer Titanus again. Tinnitus. Adriana, 3 months out and you're still seriously healing, but you have swelling issues. Ah yeah, I've been warned that might be a thing. Okay, nothing here. Already seen this. Okay, so where do I need to go then? I think I showed him this. I basically think I showed him everything last stream, but just to be sure. You were thoroughly convinced tinnitus was pronounced with a different sound, but you guess not. To be fair, it does have two ends, so you don't know why you assumed that. I mean, to be fair, if you double that, then you can pronounce it forensically. I can try Luminon on the cactus too. Okay, this I've got to see. Oh. Okay, no comment. Wow, we've got a reaction. There's clearly blood around the spines here. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right on these spines. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. Yep, that's a image of a thing. Moving on. Nolus just Googles, it's tinnitus, not tin eye like you thought. Yeah, English is a weird language. Op, this guy wears his cowboy hat in the car. Yes, he probably does. Good day, Officer Assless Chaps. Right. Anything else around here? You think maybe you read the words tinnitus after having thought detritus had an ear sound and being surprised, so maybe you duped yourself because of that. Fair enough. Oh yeah, it is pronounced detritus, I think. Okay, I don't think there's anything here. There's a character named Detritus, and you thought it was detritus, but it's detritus. Oh yeah, the troll in the Watch novels. Okay. Where else is there to go? with the clockwork self-cooling helmet. That was such a big deal in the first book, but that Terry just kind of forgot about in most of the books going forward. Yeah, he did give himself quite a lot to keep track of, to be fair. I suppose the continuity in a few of the later books wasn't that great, just because, well, like you said, there was a lot to keep track of. Okay, I don't think there's anything new in here. Yep, to be fair, they hadn't invented wikis yet. They just had to stick with the BBS. Okay, I'm completely stuck at this point. Yep, to use the stream theme. This guard monitors the visitor's room. Seeing a fellow patrolman in here must make him worry about his own fate in life. No comments from the peanut gallery. Jeez, girl, you're not a cop. Smile for the camera. Poor Officer Meekins. I think he knows he's being watched. Officer Meekins, this is for you. I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night. Sir, that's the one. I was an apple, sir. In my dreams, sir. And I was being peeled. On second thoughts, you didn't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Wonder if he has the same reaction to the other knife. Officer Meekins, this is for you. Yep, same reaction. Wonder why he's holding a little bag. To be fair, I suppose any given knifes are equally sharp, so... I guess if he's afraid of knives, he's just going to be afraid of knives. Nothing wrong with that. But there's plenty wrong with being Mike Meekins. Maybe it's a candy from the hospital. Yeah, makes sense, I guess. yeah, if anyone wants to sort of spoil where I need to go next, feel free, because I mean, just waiting around for me to work it out isn't going to make for a very interesting stream. Officer Minefields. Every time, gotta worry. Is this going to be one of the lines of the fucking microphone? A megaphone. Yep, too true. Okay, I don't think there's anything here. He later found the final fragment in Damon Gant's safe, although Detective... Yeah, doesn't really help me work out where to go from here.
Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing.
That's fine.
You better believe it's fine, pal.
Oh wait, here we are. Sorry, I accidentally skipped past that. Don't know if I can... Yeah, sorry about that. I accidentally skipped past. Yeah, I guess my Gumshoe voice is basically the same voice I use for Angus. My god, they're polar opposite characters. And sorry, I basically skipped through that without thinking. What is it? Basically, I think Gumshoe noticed something. Oh yeah, yeah. Basically, you're right. He basically said, "Oh, Detective
Gumshoe, Detective Goodman was here at the time of the murder. Wait.
What is it?
That second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Okay, I guess that's what I was looking for. Okay, guess he isn't around. How can you own a number? It's his ID number. Nothing around here then. Okay, maybe she has something to say about this. Nope. Swear to God, someone's going to copyright 69 or 420 or something now that you bring that up. Oh yeah, I probably need to speak to Marshall about it, thinking about it. Okay. Guess that's not added anything. Yeah, you're right. Copywriting vague gameplay mechanics, like enemies that level up or mini-games during loading screens. That's not a good thing for the industry. Okay. Oh wait, could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
I heard the rumors. So was Goodman, who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa.
What is it?
That second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Okay, so that's added something to the list. Not going to add anything. Oh, I thought the loading games... I thought the mini games on loading screens was Namco, not Nintendo. Yeah, Wizard is a bit weird about copyright. I mean, they'll release the D20 system for free, but that sort of protects the stuff like Mind Flayers. See you in a bit, Nolus. Okay, so where do I go now? Have I tried spraying luminol in the parking garage? Yeah, I have. I did it earlier just to be sure, but it was basically the tutorial area, so there's not really much to add. Okay, anything in the criminal affairs department? Nope. Okay, has Meekins got anything to add? Now that we know Edgeworth was in there. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. I'm really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir? He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. sugars. That's a scary thought. Huh? Ah, yep, it's fair. I mean, there's a week between each of these streams, so... You know what? I'm just gonna cheat. Hmm. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective.
Answer me, how many fingers do you see?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Well, that's 20 for the left, but nowhere near that for the right. Get glasses, officer.
That wasn't a salute, it was an eye test.
They make a good pair.
Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea. Why?
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
A panda?
No less. Detective Elvis? No, that's brown hair. Oh. My hair is abducting the small child guy from Yu-Gi-Oh! Very nasty, oily, heavily used garages that people claim are clean. Ah, okay. Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory.
Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We'd just been at the zoo, see?
What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo?
Okay, Firefox is clearly taking a moral stand and not loading. Don't suppose anyone has any ideas?
The evidence room is beyond that door. Turn on the card reader. Go have yourself a ball, partners.
And I have the ID card. A real ID card. Let's get this investigation started already. Look at this swinging door. Just like a Wild West saloon.
Ah, sorry partner, we're closed for the day.
Huh?
Wait, huh? Yeah, I'll get along home now.
I think Officer Marshall really wanted to be a Wild West bartender. Hey, our nice girl. Team Edgeworth has arrived. Fair enough. How are you doing today?
I always wanted to say that.
You're fine, but your 13-year-old monitor is dying. Ah, that sucks. No less, it seems that this jar thing is a common sticking point. Also, you wish you had my makeup game. Oh, thanks. I basically just did... I've sort of trying something new, just doing a bit of white on the inside and red on the outside. Quite like how it came out. Okay, so the jar's the important part. But where do I go? Hey Froy, how's it going? Yeah, Firefox is being a jerk and it won't load, so I can't look it up myself. Rotating the jar until I'm... Yeah, I think that's what happens in the trial, not in the investigation. But... Here we go. Spoiler-free guide. What day are we on again? Switchblade knife or Goodman's note. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey, that's it, sir. That's it. That's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. God, I hate that megaphone so much. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Okay, let's see if Edgeworth is making an appearance now. Nope. Okay, so whereabouts is Edgeworth? I think they just failed to make a silly character. Meekins wasn't supposed to be so annoying, but to be honest, the megaphone just hurts to listen to. And we're on the day 2 investigation. This is the final case, Froy. And we're about halfway through it. That's right, Froy. TSMR. High Prosecutor's Office Room 1202. Yeah, I've gone there, but it looks like I'm missing an event flag. Oh well, how's everyone's evening going anyway? While I'm trying to work out what the heck I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I think you need to meet Edgeworth to get the fingerprint set, so... Okay, so... Ah. Oh, that's it. So it turns out yeah, I missed the locker to the left. Yes, here we go. Onward and forward. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This might just be something significant.
Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid.
Where'd you get that? Your hands on that.
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where'd you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans.
Hey pal, look at the time.
Was there something you needed to be going to? Oh, am I losing frames? Close the browser.
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon.
Joe, you ended up spraying luminol over every frame until something happened. Yeah, to be fair, I think you need to do that.
I'm going to give them my report for the day. It might help, you know.
Reports? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says, nothing but no problems?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, pal. Later.
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Okay, that should hopefully get Edgeworth to show up then. Finally. February the 23rd. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Cameo. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Op, this was a writing issue, you think? This was supposed to be a bigger surprise, but you'd have to know somehow to spray luminol on that. Yeah, that's fair. It was a bit out of the way. And yep, sorry about this. I'm kind of sleepy at the moment. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the District Prosecutor's Office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. Oh yeah, that flyer, I think it turns out to be a restaurant in the second game. Yeah, it's the restaurant in the first case of the second game. No less, 0 frames, no idea what's up. Skip frames, 99% over the last 2 minutes. Oh, great. Any luck? Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think the whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Okay, it's saying it's, Okay, saying we're back. Nope, minor issues. How's it looking? Damn it. Okay, it's back. Might have just been a connection thing then. Right then, let's give Mr. Edgeworth his due interrogation then. So, how'd the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided not to treat this as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communication error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Okay, smooth webcam. Smooth moves. Again. I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've only done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Okay, present. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea? I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Okay, smartass, explain why you're in the evidence room. Alright, I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. What? Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at that. Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gaunt, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief has never wanted to explain himself. Why do people keep dropping your name? In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence. Screwdriver added to the court record. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth. Brought back to his office by Gant's request. Stubborn as always. I told you, this has nothing to do with the current case. The tag says AI-16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Show it to Meekins. Okay. If we really have to. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Okay, yep, that's just his default dialogue. No less. That's it. That's the murder weapon. I dreamed I was a screw. Yep, that would have been a twist. Yep, Joe, we are indeed screwed. Okay. Angel's gone. What's his face is gone. Gumshoe's gone. Anything here? Nope. Okay. Officer Ash Chaps has left the building. Officer Elvis is still here. Oh yeah, I guess it. Calling back to what you said about the two officers outside the police department entrance. Okay. Yep, what if Wright just asked him out over a cup of tea? The shippers would go wild. Okay, I also need to show him. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right?
It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in.
You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later.
He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator.
That Pro ZD bit showed up in your recommends a couple of times.
Why would I be interested in this case?
Phoenix Wright is there.
Right, I brought some court cases and some wine.
Yeah, I love Pro ZD's skits. He's literally the only funny person on YouTube.
Okay, Edgeworth, why didn't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth.
The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gaunt.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago, then.
He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, hey Nick, how's it going?
What I want to know is, why was the Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation?
In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict in the end, and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't?
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. H-Bomber guy's okay, even if he overcommits to bits. Pro ZD's skits are good for really good 5 seconds, though. Yeah, I think, well, I don't know. H-Bomber guy's pretty cool. If only for that one stream, you know the one. And to be fair, that Aquaman skit was a work of genius. Yes, I'll do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. I guess he's Lawful good then. Or lawful neutral. Hard to say. By the way, Emma, the Chief Prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you are still studying forensic science... Huh? Yeah, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminium powder for taking fingerprints? I refuse to say aluminum, which I just said. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Ah, yeah. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprinting set and fingerprint file received. Recovers fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint file. Nice. Yep, Nick is correct. Edgeworth is indeed a fox. Noless, you were going to say well played, then I went and played myself. Yes, I kind of did. Pony, Edgeworth handing out that white powder. I mean, to be fair. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Okay, to the evidence room then. Of course, this mysterious white... Whoops, went backwards by mistake. This mysterious powder is, of course, all the salt he generates. February the 23rd, evidence room, Sector 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Okay, that one's nice and clear, I think. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminium powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With enter. See? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminium powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With E. Exciting, I know. So obviously in the DS version, you blew on the microphone, which was basically the only thing the microphone in the DS was good for. Op. Is the thumb a finger? Good question. Prettiest Pony, Dark Souls, Bloodborne and New Vegas are all very worth playing. And Spice 8-track is stellar. His video on policing was a welcome surprise out of nowhere. I've never heard of him, so I might have to check him out. Oh. Yeah. I don't really do card games that much, so I guess if he specialises in Magic the Gathering, that makes sense. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though.
It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow it away and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
I guess I'd better give it a try.
Oh. E. Blow. Guess it really was that white powder. Aha! You did it! You found one!
But this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
I think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck?
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
Yeah, it's definitely Sterling who came out as they/them recently.
Don't tell me you've been wasting our time here.
Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints on the outside the blood.
Is that one there? Spread about the right powder. And blow. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling. Spice's Goblin Lore videos just love, to be honest. Fair enough. Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away.
So we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to do that? Know who it was?
I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Bingo. Yep, it's always good when a content creator creates something you weren't expecting but love. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Okay, I literally can't talk anymore. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll for the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out.
Okay, handprint.
This is where we got the luminol reaction, right?
Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this?
There you go, her eyes sparkling again.
It was just kind of bizarre to see a video where famous Magic the Gathering personalities were reading out quotes from Karl Marx and Peter Kropotkin. That actually sounds amazing.
Okay, let's check for prints.
That's the spirit. Oh, I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area for the blood was wiped away, right? We only
ended up finding it using chemical means.
Any prints in that area would have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand.
Okay. We have a print. And the Commander Legend videos never got any critical theory trickling down to Keep Cobalt Grunt's translated as after the damage caused by Gorul. Yeah, I'll be honest, I have no idea what half those words mean, so I'll just say it's great that you like the content created by the content creator. Yeah, I quite like long-form YouTubers as well. It's kind of nice to just have a long video to watch while you're doing something.
I gave it my best shot.
That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it?
But it doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result from this print.
Okay, let's try a different finger then. Okay. Oh, I guess it. I basically need to find the, I need to analyse the area where there isn't any blood, but there would be hands. There we go. Too many kind of get high on their own supply. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, let's see what we got. And we found Jake Marshall's handprint. Hey, these fingerprints, Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court records. Found on a bloody handprint left in the evidence room. The print had been wiped. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime? Yep, no less. Officer Assless Chaps. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. No, Froy, that's Meekins. Officer Marshall's the cowboy. But why would Officer Marshall? It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued. Yeah, Meekins is the noisy one. And, okay. Well, let's see. Yeah, my voice is starting to go a bit early, and basically, I'm having dinner with my dad later, so I'm going to call it here. So, yep, thanks everyone for coming to my stream. I hope you had fun. Operator, calling it. He got blood on his hands when he was investigating and then wiped his hands off. Yeah, to be fair, I don't think he's the actual villain. Yep, thank you all. Glad you enjoyed it, no less. See you, Pony. Thanks for the heart. Op. Very good night to you all. I shall raid Invisible Girl, who's playing Elite Dangerous. Yep, night, Froy. So obviously, Monday there will be more Night in the Woods, and I'm hoping, but not guaranteeing, that I've got 2 days off, so I'm hopefully going to have the wig ready. And oh yeah, and also you can expect a poll on what I'll be streaming to go up soon this weekend, and I'll probably just have the same results as the last poll without Night in the Woods. Oh, with that, we'll be raiding in 3, 2, 1, and let's go.
Bisect